Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord. Today we're gonna do something a little different. I want to do some zipper pulls for my backpack. I did a few years ago, but I just want to dress it up a little bit more. So great way to get rid of your scraps. So I have about 10 inches of some neon green 550 paracord, and then about 3 feet of our microcord. Um, this is real simple to do. The first thing you need to do to start off is this is going to be the base of our zipper pull. It might be a little long now, but we're going to cut these off at the end and shorten it up just a little. Um, so the first thing you do is you want to find your center point here, and we basically how this is going to go is we're going to start our weave about right here, about 2/3 of the way from the end. Uh, Weave down, weave on top of that back up, and then weave on top of that again back down to the bottom. Hopefully with this 3 feet we should have plenty, not too worried about that. So the first thing we want to do, find your center point and lay it on top of your microcord. And with your microcord you're going to have that behind. Let me zoom in on that, just like that. So I have my black and my neon green, and you want to make sure you have the center point of your microcord as well. So just put your two ends together, and this is my center point right here. So the center point goes right to the back, and we're going to act like we're doing a cobra, which we're going to be doing the whole way here. It doesn't really matter where you start because we'll be able to slide this up and down right here. And let me just lighten that up just a little bit for you there. Alright, and so to do the basic cobra, you're going to create a loop just like this with the microcord on the right hand side and take that cord over the top of the two center strands here. So now we have a loop on the right, and then the cord that came off to the left side, it's kind of hard to see, it's the one that's still behind. You're going to pull that on top of the cord that you took off to the right, or off to the left, sorry. And that's going to go behind everything and then up through the loop that you created with your right cord. And you're going to pull this tight. And you want to pull this nice and snug. Now, the key is to give you a big enough loop so that when you push this through your zipper, this is going to come back, and then you can place your two cords through this loop just like that. And you're going to pull this tight right up on your zipper. But you have to remember, we're going to be doing a weave here, so it's going to be a little thicker. So I think I want to go down just a little here. And the microcord was rubbing on my knee. Thought it was a spider for a second there. Kind of scared me. So I don't have my tape measure here, but I would say that that's about 1.25 to 1.5 inches from our microcord here to the very end, and that should be plenty enough to get your woven zipper pull through itself. Now, once you have um, your first one done, you want to find the cord that goes over the top, and that's the one that you're going to create your first loop with. And that cord goes over the top, goes through. Let me get even closer here for you. So it goes over the top, through, and you're going to create a loop with that cord on top of the two center cords, just like that, and off to the right. Now grab your other cord, bring it over top, like that, and then that one goes around the back and up through the loop on the left. And you're going to pull it tight, just like that. Now, the cord that goes over the top is the cord that goes over the top every single time, so that does not change. Let me see if I can get a little more light in here. That might be a little better. Yeah, there we go. So each time this cord went over the top, that cord switched sides. So it started on the right, we went over the top, and then we went over the top again, and now we're back on the right side. So that one always stays on top. So create a loop on the right now. the left cord over that one, behind, and up through the loop. Pull it tight. Real easy to do, just like that. And we'll just continue this and see how it flipped. It flipped over to the left side now. We're just gonna continue this all the way down, just a little ways, not too far. Pull this tight. Now we're on the right side, so create a loop on the right. Cross over top, take it around the back, and through that loop. Just like that. Super easy to do. And you can see the back of it has the same design that we're doing on the front. This is called the Cobra or the Solomon. It has the same pattern both ways you go. The microcord's a little fun to work with. It's a little trickier just because it's a little smaller, but the results are still pretty good. I have to back it up just a little bit because I kept on going off frame. And these little triangles that this pattern is starting to produce, you want to try and keep those even with each other. You want them to look like the one right above it. So I have, if you don't have enough instructions on how to do the Solomon or the Cobra, I have a video that's really good. It's called how to make, or it says, I think, make a cobra paracord survival bracelet, and it's a picture of a gray paracord bracelet, and it says the original. It's a good video if you're having trouble following this cobra pattern. You can hit that subscribe button, that helps out. And alright, so we're just gonna move this down, and that's a lot tighter than I thought it was gonna be, so we may have to actually leave it just, well, yeah, we're gonna leave it and just keep it going. I might have tightened that just a little more than I wanted. No, we're still good. See, little stuff like that happens sometimes. Alright, we'll do a couple more here, and then we'll reverse it and go back the other way. So one more here. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this upside down and go back the other way. So just with the one like it before, the one that goes over top stays over top. Cross over and go around the back. And when you do these, you want to make sure that the cord fits right into these little humps right here. So it's real hard to see with the black cord, but I'm going to see if I can get real close for you to see this. And that may be about as close as I can get. Let me grab a fid here so I can point to these. So there is a hump here and a hump here, and this cord right here that's coming across is the last one that we just did. So you want to make sure that that cord is in between these two little humps right here. And as we do another one, we have the two humps here and here. This cord right here will end up going and laying right in between the two. So we'll go ahead, back this up a little. There we go. And I think we're going to do probably 4 more on this side, and then we'll reverse it and go the other way again. Okay. Pull that nice and tight. You want to pull about as tight as you can without hurting your fingers. And create another one. I keep on going off camera. I'm sorry about that. Pull that nice and tight. And this is my top cord. go. And what I want to do is I'm trying to build up a little bit of bulk right down at the end, so it gives you kind of like a little knob. And you can see this is a little bit wider here than it is here. And we're going to do one more pass so that it gets even wider. So we just go back to how we were. Now we have to find which one was our top chord, which is this one right here. And that's going to be our top chord again. You always start with the loop with your top chord. It just helps out to remember what the step is that you're on. Pull that nice and tight. And it looks like 3 feet's just about right. If you want to make it a little longer, maybe go with 4 feet. That'd probably be perfect, but this one's a little short. There we go. Now remember, each pass is going to go in between those 2 humps that are right underneath of it. Alright, and I think this is going to end up being my last pass because I'm running out of space at the bottom. So we'll make sure that that goes in between those little humps there. Pull it nice and tight. Yeah, and you can see that gave us a nice little, it's not really thicker this way much, but it's wider here, and it'll give you something to hold on to. And I think we're still good. We'll still be able to get this through there. But now what we need to do is finish it. So we're going to cut off the paracord here. Or the microcord, I should say. And I've got my futuristic torch lighter. I'm going to melt the end there and then use the smoothing tool to make sure that that cord does not come back out. And do the same thing on this side. See, I'm cutting it very, very close to the finished product, and that's so that you don't have to melt a whole lot. I can't see the flame, so I'm just kind of going up and down just to make sure I don't melt anything around it. There we go. So, and it's hard to see on camera. Right there, you can kind of see it. It's very smooth right there, and it's flattened it out. It's flattened the paracord out so that it can't slip down inside. I really would like to pull this down just a little, but I pulled it so tight that I can't. This should really be down here just a little bit, but I think we're all right. And some people, what they would do is cut it about right here and just let these fray out. But I think I want to make this real nice looking finished look to it. So I'm going to cut it real close, just like that. And then we're gonna melt this in a way so that it keeps its color. And the way you do that is you use your torch lighter and you do a little bit of heat on and a little bit off, just like that. That way you're not burning the paracord and giving it like a black look to it. Alright, and there it is. That is the finished zipper pull. Now, hopefully, I think we can. Ooh, it's going to be close. This one might be very, very close. Well, I'm going to try and get this on my backpack. I would say give yourself 2 inches here. This is about 1.5 inches. Give yourself 2 inches from the end of the black here to here, so about that long, and you should be good. I don't have a backpack here, but I think we'll be alright. It looks like it can still fit inside of itself, and then this would pull tight on the zipper, so it would sit on the zipper just like this, and then you have this little piece to hold on to when you're zipping it. But I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. Don't forget about the Facebook group. I'm sure all of you who subscribe to my channel, a lot of you guys are in there already. There's tons of people in there, 32,000, 33,000 people, something like that. Always posting about your paracord projects that you've got going on, paracord arts and crafts festival that you do, like with your booth and what you're selling, all sorts of things. So check it out. It's facebook.com facebook.com/groups/paracord on, and that's where I do a lot of my commenting on your guys' projects, and you see me in there quite a bit. So I will see you in there, and until next time, paracord on. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy Paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.